Hope you can see the screen here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just 1 second. Sorry. Should I need the right. Yeah. Just 1 second. Because 19. So I can this. Okay. So I'll first solve the week 11 assignment today as today's session, and I'll also give you like hints that how to solve week 12 assignment. Okay. I'll not solve them, but I'll write something like the logical code. I'll write. Okay. Yeah. So I hope you can see and hear me properly. So take three sides of a triangle as an input and find whether the triangle is right angle triangle or not. Print yes if the triangle is right angled. If not, if it is not, then print no. So as you know about the Pythagoras theorem that for right angle triangle, the uh, the square of two arms, 3 and 4, should be the sum of the square of two smaller arms should be equal to the uh, bigger arm of a right angled triangle. Correct. So that is the basically that is the what this called the formula for. So the at altitude and base should be the square of the altitude plus square of the base will be equal to the hypotenuse of the triangle, right? So what we have to now see is that, so basically, and we also know that the hypotenuse for any right angle triangle, the hypotenuse should be the biggest among, sorry, longest among the other two, altitude and the base. So hypotenuse should be the more than either the longitude or the base, right? So, so let's define a function def right angle triangle. Okay. And so for this one, we'll get an input. So we'll give that while I use this one. You can use any other things. So data is equal to input while data. That means while data is not equal to 0. This while data, this means while data not equal to 0 or none, but other can hear none, while data not equal to none, while data is equal to true. So table, sorry, so not table, something, yeah, I'll say triangles is equal to something triangle dot append data. Okay, and then again I will run the data is equal to input prompt. Okay, so here basically I'm giving one arms of the triangle, and so we'll give, first of all we'll give see some few checks we can give to that so that this is correct. So yeah, data is equal to, rather I would say triangle dot append float of data, because data is a string, so we have to convert it to a float. So we'll say data is equal to triangle dot append float of data. So I'm converting the data string to a float. Okay, and what I'll get this here, this thing will be basically triangle. The list basically. We'll say that. Okay. First we'll say that if len of triangle not equal to 3, return give three sides of a triangle. Something like that. We can raise. And yeah. Just if it will check that if such triangle doesn't have 3, then it will cut it off. Okay. Then you will say the second one. If now we'll say that triangle is equal to, first I'll sort the triangle to get the first I'll sort the triangle. So why I'm sorting it? Because I want to find the biggest one. So biggest one should be the hypotenuse. So if the hypotenuse is in the biggest one, then other two should be the not the other two should be the how do I say, the height and the base. Okay, height and the base will be there. So in that case, we'll say that sorted. Now I've sorted it. Now if I sort a triangle, so if I want to just show you this, so this is, for example, for this one, say this is triangle 3, 4, 5. We'll say that sorted 3, 4, 5. It's already sorted, but still we'll get 3, 4, 5. So the last element of this sorted triangle list will be the hypotenuse, and other two should be the height and base. So what we can say that if triangles 0th element square I'll keep everything in one box, otherwise it will one bracket, plus triangles second element square, like triangles basically first two elements square. Okay. Is equals to triangles third elements 0, 1, 2. Again, we can give this or -1, whatever is the last element or the third elements square this will actually go here. Correct. So this whole thing is under if loop. If this condition is true, then return yes, else return no. That's the whole function it should be, right? So now we'll call the function that okay. We have defined this is where our triangle loop will be formed. First we'll get our triangle, then we'll check the triangle and return it, okay? And calling the function. That's all, right? Quite simple. So if I now run this program, it will first ask me, so I can say 3, 4, 5. Okay, it's not returning me. Something is there. Oh, I have not print, right? I have to print it. So print the string. So if I have to do 3, 4, 5. So it's a, if I make it 3, 4, 6, it will give me no, correct? So it's quite simple code. You have to just remember the Pythagoras rule for this one. I have to sort the data and do the other things. And even if I give something, so why I have given this check? So for example, if I give say 4 element, give 3 sides of the triangle. Okay. So first one is done. Okay.
So, can I ask a
Yeah,
question?
sure.
Sir, actually, when I was watching the lectures, in the lectures, the teachers were recommending us to, if, when they were teaching about some library, then they
Hmm.
would recommend at the end of the video that we can check out more about the library and the functions that are
Yes, yes,
that are
yes.
incorporated in it, if we wanted to. But sir, were they recommending us just so that only if we are curious, or were they recommending it to us because it is essential for the exam as well, or were the functions that they were teaching are sufficient enough for the exam?
Yeah, yeah. So, 1 second. So see, I think there will be. I am not sure about the exam. Okay, I have not given the exam, and I'm not the person who's setting up the question. But you can always check on the modules a little bit. It will actually help you understanding the module or the function itself. Okay, just go and have a look. That's a better option to do. We don't know what will come in the exam. Even I also don't know. So it's better to
Okay.
go and have a look. I think you don't have to do very complex functions or something that is not at all touched in the course. Like some, because if I say, if say for example, one module I think was their date time module. I think date time module,
Mhm.
whatever they have taught, if you go and have a look on the functions that they have taught, I think that would be sufficient for all of you. Don't think it will be giving something like very complex function of date time they will ask. At least have a
Uh,
look on the whatever the function is in has been taught in the class
yes.
itself of the module.
Yes, sir. Sir, because I asked the same question to another teacher, and he
Hmm.
was telling the same answer that I should at least look at the functions that are taught in the lectures. But the questions that he was making us practice at that time in the meeting,
Hmm.
some questions had questions related to network X, and there were some functions which were not taught in the lectures, like
Okay.
I don't remember. They were related to bar graph or something like that, network
Okay.
X dot bar graph or something like that. But those kind of functions were not in the lecture, so that's why I was kind of getting a little concerned if I should be what kind of libraries I should be uh,
Yeah, yeah.
checking out, checking
So
in.
if
No,
it is,
diagram is there, there in the video.
Okay, is it really, ma'am?
Yeah, yeah, you can check it. You, in week 12 course, the
Okay, week
last
12.
week 12, yeah, last
Okay,
video deals with that page rank algorithm. That how
okay,
does
okay,
Google work? Part 16, you are having diagram, how to draw a bidirectional graph that deals
okay,
with
ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Actually, I thought that Network X was only in week 9 because I've already reached there. So I
no,
was
week
doubtful
12
about that.
deals with network X. Lot of graphs are there. You have not gone through those things.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay, thank you, ma'am. That was my thought. Thank you.
okay, I think that answers your question then. So yeah,
Yes, sir. Yes.
yeah, yeah. So go with whatever at least taught in the class. Go through the videos, whatever. taught in the class. Even I have not gone to the video of week 12 still now. So I also don't know. And yeah, so it's better to look out the functions in the whatever function is taught, just go and see their documentation, not the code, but documentation, what all what all arguments you can give in those function. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. So we'll go to the next one. Write a program that accepts a hash separated sequence of words as input and print the words in a hash separated sequence after sorting them alphabetically in the reverse order. Okay. So basically is what we have to do. So we have to remove this. We have to have this hash also, but we have to just make sort them according to their alphabetical order, remove and keeping those hash. Okay. So what you can do first is, so sorting, whenever you some questions of this kind comes now, first think like they written sorting and is hash separated. This kind of separation sorting is come, always think of two functions, split and sorted. Okay. So this string dot split will what will give, it will just split the functions, split the string base string to a list, that which you can sort and again then join them with hash, right? So first what we are doing, so basically if we are it's a one line actually. So print, we have to print. Okay, fine. First let's go further. First will what we'll get an input. Now in that input, what we have to do? This is a one, so I'll write it in one line. You can just figure it out, but we'll write in each step one by one. We'll add it up. Okay. So first, this is a string, right? This input is a string. So what we'll do? We'll split that string. Correct? We'll split the string based on what? Based on our argument is hash. Correct? Now, this whole thing will give you a list. Correct? List of hey, input and buy. If I'm considering this example, hey, input and buy. So what these strings you should do? You should sort it. Correct? Sort the string. And it states that alphabetically in the reverse order. So we'll say that there is another thing there, you can see that reverse is equal reverse, bool is equal to. So reverse is false. In by default, so we have to make it true to make it reverse order, right? Now this will give you a sorted list. Correct? Now what we have to do? This is a list. This whole thing list is a list. So what we have to do? You have to join this based on hash. So what we'll say that, okay, we'll use the dot join function. Correct? Dot join function. So we'll join based on what? Based on the hash again. Okay. Based on the hash again. So we'll join here. So what we'll write now, what we have to do? We have to just print this whole thing. Sorry. So to just print this whole thing. So we'll again print. See, just one line. So what I'm doing, first I got my input. Then I have split them. Then I have sorted them. Okay. Then I have again joined them with a hash. See if I run this and I'll try with the base case, for example, this one, the base case, the example we were given. Input hey by. Got it. Let's try some other examples also. I'll have it in here. We'll have some test cases here, right? Yeah. So we'll again run this. Okay, got will to the WTRPOCCRITF. Okay, so this is our will to. Right, is it cutting correctly? Will to that repudiated pleasures occur it have frequently frequently business B. Okay, is it's understandable here, this one, just with this one line? Okay, then we'll go for the last one. Okay, write a program which takes two integer a and b and prints all composite number between a and b, both the numbers inclusive. So if it is 10 is there, then you have to print 10, 12, 10 and 20. So from 10 to 20, which are the composite numbers here? 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 18 and 20. So we'll write two functions for this. So basically what we have to do, we have to make a range of from 10 to 20 and using that range, we have to see each of them which are the composite, right? And yeah, that's the goal here. Okay. So how do we do that? So just how we are checking the prime numbers, right? Same thing we have to do checking for the composite numbers, but it's pretty much easier than the prime numbers because you have to anything it's get divisible, it will go for the composite numbers, right? And all the even numbers will be the composite, all will be composites, right? So we'll say that def composite number, some number n for I in range of 2 to that particular number n if n is divisible by 2, so that is n remainder, sorry, n divisible by I, not 2, equals to 0, return n. Okay. And sorry, return n. Okay. To 0 is to return as soon as it's get divisible by any one of it, it's 0. Okay. This is my composite numbers ka thing. And def this function I'll call for the check method. So once it gets returned, it will go out of the function. And we'll write def give composites. Okay. That would go from range 1 to range 2. Correct? So we'll call int 2 times. We'll ask for 2 inputs. Actually, here is no need for. Can I call it here? I think I can call it here. So basically, actually, this will be N1 is equal to this. N2 is equal to. Okay, we don't need any calling here. Okay. Then what we'll do? This will be our range. So we have to go from min of these two to max of these two, because n and n1 and n2 always need not to be greater. Okay, so what we'll do for I in range of min of n1 and n2 to max of n1 and n2 plus 1, because we have to inclusive, right? So I'm checking the minimum number. From the minimum number to the maximum number, I'll go. And then what I'll see, we'll say that we'll call that composite function. Rather, I'll say for n. Okay. Composite of n we'll call it. Okay. If actually no. If composite of n is not equals to none, also give one more thing here, return, which will give not return none, anything. So otherwise it will not come out of the function, right? You have to return from the function something. So if it is, if this thing is great, if this thing gets true at any point of time, it will return some value n. Otherwise, it will return none, right? So if it is not none, then only print what you have to print, print n, and n is equal to anyway this one. So let's see if our code works now. And we'll call the function give composites. We call the function that gives 10 and 20, the example case. Okay, but 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 18, 20. Okay. Any questions here? Any doubt? First checking the composite numbers from 2 to n. Then I'm if it is true at any point of time, I am returning that particular number. If it is not true at all at any point of time, this thing after the end of it loop, it will return nothing. So it will just get out of the function. Basically, it will return none. Correct? Return after return is not writing nothing means it will return nothing. That is none. So if it's composite of n not equals to none, then print the n. Okay. So we can try with some other examples. Except 10, 20, there is another example of 29 and 69. Let's see. 29 29. 30, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. There are lots of, right? It is working properly. Right? And it's inclusive of that code.
Sir, excuse me.
Yeah.
Sir, can you please tell the exam pattern?
I am, as I have told previously also, we are the PMRF TS. We don't have any hints of what is will be there in the exam. There are separate TS which who takes care of this exam things and all. We are not those TS and we are not given any information of the exam. What will be the pattern? Uh, what will come? How long will be the exam? No information is with us. Okay. So it's with those TA, but our job is to take this online classes, online live sessions. So I am not sure you can mail there in the this forum. I think there those TS will also see this and they will reply you as per your as like whatever you want to know about exams. The PMRF TS we are taking live sessions have no clue of the exam, but at least I can say that there will be things from the whatever has been taught only. It will not be something for it's anything out of the box. So that be sure, but pattern and all I don't know. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Huh. Okay. So today's so this week 11 assignment is already done. And most of them was simple, right? So we'll go for the week 12 assignment. Of course, I will not solve it for you because it's date is over. But I will tell you that logically what you have to do. So write a program as to an integer as an input and reverse that integer. Input. Someone had messaged me. Yeah, you have used some as used.
List the components.
String of I. Yeah. This will work. String of I is for this is correct. This is correct. You have used list comprehension. Yeah. This is a list comprehension. Correct. This is absolutely correct. But 1 second. String of equal to string. Okay, you have made it a string and then you are dying. Okay. E to B plus. Why you're making this as a string? Here. L is equal to str of I. Why you're making of string here? Is it needed to make a string? Oh, you are just since we are joining this. That's why.
In order to join, in order to print it, I have given. So, or else
Okay.
we have to use a for loop. Last line will
Uh-huh.
be
You have to
inserted.
do it to the for loop. Yeah, otherwise. Yeah.
Hmm.
That's why you have given string. Okay. Yeah, this is correct. This is also one liner. Absolutely correct. Okay. So this one, I'll just give you the hint here again. I cannot solve. So what is you have to reverse the integer. So for reversing, always remember to use this particular thing that dot -1. Correct? This particular thing. Correct? We have told it, I think, in the first class we have talked about this, that dot -1. Correct? Sorry. Correct. For so dot -1. So you have to basically reverse this by dot -1 syntax. Right? Colon minus, not colon -1 syntax. Okay. But this works only for strings and lists. So then you have to first convert this input to a string. Sorry, to a string. Then use this syntax and again convert it back to the integer and return it back. I hope it's clear. This is how you have to do. More than this, I cannot say. Okay, but I've given you the biggest hint here. And I think it will be one-liner. If you follow this particular pattern here, what I have taught you here, it will be one-liner. It should be. Okay, and so smalls reverse the number of that integer. Yeah. And I think since you'll use input, you won't even need to convert this to a string, because by input you'll be anyhow giving it as a string. But output reverse of that integer, but I'm not sure if it will be reversible.
Sir, for this test case, it fails if I follow this method.
Okay,
Fourth
let me
test
see.
case, see the test case, fourth test case.
Okay.
If you reverse it, actually what is the expected output is they have given 569.
Oh, that is then their problem, right? I have not gone through I have not like solved. I have solved it means I have solved it, but I have not submitted it and
Yeah,
say
yeah.
569.
No, yeah.
No.
Four test cases they have given, no public test case. The fourth one, if we
Ha
convert
ha
this
ha
and
ha.
reverse
Yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah.
that zero is missing.
Yes.
In
Correct.
the expected one. What actually we get the zero also, no, because
No,
we are
no, 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 no. So thing is that. So what is your test case was, I think 9650, right?
output is 569.
Yeah. No, this is your input. This was your input, right?
This is the input.
Now,
And
if
this is
you
the input, and
if you write the code and if you change it to the int, so what will be now? If you say 0569,
oh, okay,
569.
got it, sir. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, something I have written wrong, I think. Oh, sorry, int of 0596, not int of string of
Got
0596.
it. Mm-hmm.
Got your idea? So output would have to be an integer. Reverse the number of that integer. So it's clearly
The
that
zero
output
is
should be int.
missing, sir. So if this is the case, you can see the answer, expected
I
output also.
understand. So 0 will be missing, right? 0 will be missing.
Mm.
Correct?
Yeah,
Because output
zero
should
is
be an
missing.
integer. Output should not be an
Actually,
string.
we do
Basically,
this
you have to
colon minus one means we are getting that zero also, but
exactly.
in the
So convert
expected
that to
output
int.
they have not.
Convert again that to int.
Okay, sir.
Understood? Convert again that to int. But you have to do
Yeah.
it. Convert it to the int. Basically,
Okay.
make the output as, I think you have to make the output as int. Because here it's not very clearly written. It should have been mentioned very clearly that what you need as an output. Output should be an int, basically. It should not be a string. I mean, if I have, well, like if, because previous courses there was mentioned that output should be in int format, and there was a format checking inside in the output format in previous one course. And if you not write it with that particular format, it would give you an error in the test case itself. So that is, I think, not here in that part. That's why you are getting this problem. Given a list of strings, write a program to sort the list strings on the basis of the last character of each string. So that sorted.
Yes, sir. Your answer is correct. Yeah, we can use that one. Yeah.
Yes.
First one, the string, an integer, that works.
Yes. So I think it is not clearly written properly, but you have to think that your output is an integer. That's why it gives them error.
Yeah, I use that old methodology. We will split one by one, number by number. In C
Oh, okay, okay.
programming and all, we use digit by
Yes,
digit.
yes, yes. I am not very much aware of C programming. I mainly have
Okay,
done
so if
Python
you
only.
digit, we can able to get one by one, no, digit by digit. The last unit
Huh.
one modulus
Oh, okay.
operator, you can able to extract or digit by digit.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. That's how we have done. Okay.
Well, your method is very simple.
Hmm.
But the question itself is asking for reverse the integer. So, like,
Sorry, I can't hear you.
so question itself is asking reverse the integer, reverse
Huh.
that integer.
Yeah, yeah.
So, if
So
we're
you are.
reversing in this method, it is a string conversion, right? So that's why we have to do integer conversion.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, against convert. See, convert into string, string to again int, and return it back.
Okay.
Yeah. So for this one, so actually this one even there is one simpler way to do it in the lists then they take. So one simpler way to do is to use the like one way is to do it is to convert. So what you have to do is you can each list of at a sort of list series of string on the basis of last character of the string. So one thing is to do is you can do is just convert each of the element using again this dot dot minus one, sort the list, and again return it, convert it back to the dot dot minus one, right? So basically what we have to do
Uh, So one question
each,
here.
yeah,
Can we not sort the list by using the last element? Like if we generally if we type in index minus one, anyway
hmm,
it will take the last element. Can we not sort that last element only according to
sorry,
that?
I can't understand you think your voice is not echoing actually.
Is it clear now?
Yeah, it's clear now.
I was telling, can we not sort the list by using the last element of the list, like directly by using index minus one, right? By index number only?
Hmm.
Can we
So
sort the list using that
using that, so in that sorted using the index, you're saying?
number? Correct.
Just I have to check once sorted if sorted has that exact key. We have to key basically, right? So key should be
Correct.
hmm.
Yeah, we can do.
We can do, right? Yeah, key. So you are using key, huh? That's what. So you are using the key as like using the minus one element, correct?
Correct.
Again, all most of them have used minus one, and for the private test cases, so one test case fails if they use like that.
Okay.
So
Let
one
me
another
see which.
possible combination. If you give that input, your code will not work. So in that case,
Okay.
we should go with another combination, sir. That's the answer.
Okay. We'll have to see that thing. But since I cannot solve it for in front of you, so well, I can just tell you how to do it, but I can't solve you in front of you. That's the thing.
Yeah, the key is very great help, sir. Most of people
Key is
won't
yes,
have.
key is there. Key will be very good if you use the minus one or minus two. That's good. But why it is getting failed that I have to write the code and all. I can also check the area. Input will be this says output will be like this. Hmm. Let me write it. I cannot write it. That's the problem. Okay, I'll see. After this, we can write. So let's see because this one, then I will go back to this one. If I write it, because I cannot write it here, I'll write it in the Jupyter notebook somewhere and do it. Given a student's, sorry. Given a student's roll number at the following format, roll number @ institute.edu.in, write a program to find the roll number and the institute name. Okay, so we have to do two splitting, correct? So first splitting will be based on the at. So if this the format is this, if you get the at, if you first split based on at, you will what will get? The split based on at will get two lists, right? In the docstring format, otherwise it. Okay. So if you split first two things, you will first get the roll number, and in another list, you will get that whole thing, right? Not in. And then if you this part, the second part, so this is the two elements it will get you, these two elements. One list, two elements, right? At the second element, if we again split based on dot, then we will get another list. Institute, edu, and in. Then you have to just print the first element of the each, the role and the institute, correct? So you have to print the first element of this, a space, first element of this. And it will give you the number. Again, this will be a one-liner, correct? Not exactly one-liner, but you can make it exact one-liner, one line also. I think this should work. Yeah. So this I will write in somewhere else and see what is happening using key. So what is my L here is Shmi Ram Sham, and what should be my output? I'm writing in the Jupyter notebook, which of course I cannot share now. So this, so sort is what is E will be that. It's it can find this. Is equal to input. Just doing it here in this particular thing, writing. It's giving me 1 minute. Okay, it's giving me song. For some reason, giving me any. Okay. Is some problem is happening in the, it's giving me NS. So do you have to print it there or not? Just one like confusion I have here. Do you have to return the print it or just up to return the list?
Print the
Hello?
list.
Just the list. I don't have to print, right?
Print the list.
Print the whole list. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. L is equal to input. Oh, okay, okay. I was not taking care of the input. This is the problem in this particular format. Fine. I was okay, okay, fine. I was not taking care of the input to split it. Split based on space.
Just 3 line of code works, sir.
Huh? Yeah, it's 3 line of code only, but this
Input,
I'll
output,
put in
and
the
the
code that
process.
input output. I have to just this thing. That's why it is having problem. So once I have to try and print or not. It's all given me passed after ignoring presentation error. So using that particular thing, I have used lambda function for that. For key, using key as lambda function, and if I passed, it's passed for all of this just using key. Okay. So you have using you can use either lambda function or some other like you can call the function also. So how you guys are using key? Just -1. Key is equal to -1. Just don't you have to send me the code? Just
And no, the key -1 will throw error for one test.
Yeah, exactly. That it will throw error. So
we like creating a small function.
Fine to get the last
it.
list.
Yes.
Guide last list and then using key, it's giving me passed only. It's giving me passed only.
Okay. Yeah.
Passed for all of the test cases.
Yeah. So you have to, if all the letters are same, then in that case you have to go with the next one.
No, I am getting all the letters the same also. It's getting passed only.
Yeah, yeah. If all the letters are same, then if you go with indexing, last index, it won't work. We have to concentrate on next one, no?
Okay, but yeah, that is ZZZ, ABC, and AA, right? That you are telling, right? The last test case. Or you are telling something else.
ZA, CA, FA, GA, like that. Last character, all the characters same.
Okay.
But in case of, in that case,
Here, when I'm giving, so there is some problem. I don't. When I'm giving it here as
did you
just.
understand my test case, sir? If
Huh.
you are having a name, if all the last letters are same,
Okay.
in that case, how we sort? Actually, that is the error most of the people are getting in the private cases. The third scenario, we will not able to see the test case, no.
Correct.
So these people are sorting all those with the last index. But what happen if all the last index letters are same? In that case, they are not solving. So they are posting so many queries based on this on the forum also.
Yeah, that I saw. That I saw just before the class. There I open it. I saw lots of this thing was there that please remove this question or something. Even after being right. Yeah.
If
I
all the
know.
last letters, actually they have given last letter. Okay, fine. So we have to think over, no. So if, suppose if all the last letters are equal, then in that case, what we have to do? Yeah.
But then, see, that test case is here also, right? If the last letters are same, in the M is there, right? Is Lakshmi Ram Shyam. M is the AM is the correct one.
No. In that Lakshmi is in that case, the last letter are different, no. I am M. I am talking about if all the cases are Lakshmi, Sublashmi, Ram Lakshmi, all the letters, last letters should be
Okay,
same.
let's go to it. Just Laksham. If this is this you are telling, right? Last letter is AM.
Yeah.
Let's go with this and see
Yeah.
in the
Yeah. Correct.
right.
Yeah. What happened in this case? So all the last two letters are equal, AM. So in that case, how you will sort? Yeah. So they have to think over and they have to include that test case also, no? That code. So if they just check over with the last character, they won't get the answer.
But I think it automatically will check the last one because.
So, sir, if it is L of -1, we will not able to get the correct answer.
No. So what
In
should be
that
the
case,
correct
we have to
answer?
do some.
No. What should be the correct answer of this particular thing? This particular thing, the correct answer should be based on H, Y, and R, right?
Yes,
You're
sir.
correct or not?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So the
H,
first
Y,
should
R.
be correct. The first
Last
should
should be
be.
Y. Yeah, Sham. Last answer should be Sham. Then
It's
first one
correct.
between. Yeah.
First one should be Laksham. Second one should be Ram. Third one should be Sham.
Yeah. You are having correct test case. Yes, sir. Correct.
Yes. And when I am giving my input in the code I have written in the Jupyter notebook, which I cannot, of course, share with you now.
Yeah.
So if I am running that Ram, Shyam, Laksham, and I'm just, it's giving me sorted that. So it should have been Laksham, then Shyam, then Ram.
Laksham, Ram, Sham.
Yeah. So this thing you have to then take care by writing another. Actually, you have written that some small code you have written in that thing. Some small code you have written. Told no? Someone had told some small code you have written.
Function. Yeah.
Sorry, small function I've written. I think then you have to take care in that function. You have to check all the elements. Okay. You have to check all the in that function. You have defined some function, right? So basically, I'm just writing. I'm not writing the function. I'm just writing it here. So I think so. I have to also do it and run it. Okay. Then. So what we have to do is some function you are writing, right? So you'll be doing some def ABC and you will start get the string. and you are returning basically the sum x minus 1, correct? So there you have to also now check the whole list also. No, now I think that's how you have to do it. So if and so if I'm this, print sorted list key is equal to have to give the last character. So basically what you have to do it here is you have to get another function, another list you have to see to the first elements are equal or not. Check something like this. L. That will be a quite tedious job, right? Achha, what if first thing was I was telling if that also could have let me write that first thing I was telling it's a some all other things. So I was telling that make if that way it works for all that. I was telling that make a separate list with all the elements reversed. So if I do that, is it work or not? I'll just check. Okay. So because then we have to do that only. Yeah. And not that. Again, we have to write this one for this particular list. Okay, it's still giving me action. So the correct answer should be sorry, should be yeah. Yeah, that's how it's working actually. The way I had suggested first that you instead of using key, if you use that the longer format, that making it and shifting it back. So basically I'll check this and I'll run this here in that thing and check. Okay. So
Key also works. Using key only I completed the task.
okay, but I am not able to do it with key. It's okay. You can do it at any how you want. Okay, it's not that you have to do a particular thing, but I mean it's okay to do it in any other way. That's not a big deal.
I think, sir, when last elements are not same, I think he is working. If last element are same, then
Yeah, last time
that
is same, but she is telling that she had done it. Maybe she has done it in some way. There are several ways you can do a
Yeah,
code, right?
actually, I only told the test case itself. I'm not telling anything, sir. Just we can do that test. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
not,
You
as
can,
you
you
said,
can.
we are having multiple yeah,
Yeah,
subjects.
yeah, you can. Like if you can do it in any way, it's okay. Not a big deal.
Actually,
So,
that idea is also revealed by you in this class. Just half an hour
oh,
before you told that logic also. If you apply that one, you get the answer. That's it.
that if that thing is working or not, that with converting that, right? That thing you're telling, right?
Reversing.
Yeah, reversing. That's what I'm telling. Reversing, right?
Yeah.
Something is there in the problem. Let me just, yeah. It will work. Key. So basically, you will in the key you will reverse and then find the first element like that.
Yes, absolutely correct.
Oh, yeah. Instead of doing it in a key, you can do it in. I mean, it's complex. That's correct only. But I feel it complex. So I just instead of that, I'll do it in one go and then sort it and do it in one more time. That's what I was thinking to do. There is something one small problem. I'll just check out this.
The team is wise enough to
Return
give
yes.
such sort of problems. We have to think all the possible test cases to
Yeah,
solve
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
That's the
So that's
challenging.
why you can always, after submitting, you can always check, right? That
Yeah.
if your function is
Yeah,
working
test
or
was
not.
passed or not. Yeah, test cases passes or fail.
Yeah.
Even though we can't able to see the actual values for the private cases, but it will show you are failing the test case, meaning that we have to try with some
Mm-hmm.
other combination.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But as a learner, I can't able to tell the correct answer. So that's why I'm telling, keep trying all the possible combination. But people usually posted their queries in the chat.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I hate this. Okay. Some indentation error is happening for me because I have written that code in. I think now it will work. Yeah. Now if let me see if it is working. It's passed. Yeah, it passed for all the cases. So yeah, it's passed for all the cases now. So basically, yeah, so I have not, I've told you the answer kind of, so not this one, this one is thing. So basically what I first was telling that take each, instead of using key also as you can, she has used, you can use it. But instead of that, you can just convert each of them, reverse each of them and then sort it and then reverse it back just using two list combinations. That can be done in one line also, but I have done it, I have written it not in one line. So yeah, so later I can send you all the, later I'll upload in the GitHub after this thing over. So on 20th, I can upload that on GitHub and you can see how it works. Okay. So yeah. And with key also I'll try later. Okay, not in the class. Later I'll try and I'll upload that also in two different ways. Both way I'll add upload. So okay, so yeah, this brings us to the end of this class. So we finished a little early today because we don't have to rewrite this codes. I don't have to. And so that's all I think because today is the last class. So when your exam will be on 30th. When will be your
28.
exam? 28th. Okay. So all the best for your exam and these festivals are coming. So happy Dashera in advance. So okay then. So I'll we'll end the meeting and I am keeping my mail ID here. Okay. So if any doubt, even after this course ends, if you have any doubt, if I can help, I'll definitely help you. So I have that's why I have posted my mail ID here in the chat. I'll pin that. Okay. I have posted my mail ID in the chat. So whenever you want to go and have a look in the codes, or sorry, you have to have any doubt regarding academic or non-academic things, you can always come and like have a chat. You chat. And also so again, I'm just posting the GitHub also here. All the codes are here in this particular GitHub. Okay, this also I've pinned the message. So I cannot pin both messages together. Anyway, so this is the GitHub link also I posted here. All the codes that I have told you here will be there in the GitHub. So any doubt you have, you can always ask me in the mail ID, or you can ask in the forum. I'll also have look at the program. So
Thank you
okay
so
then.
much, sir.
Thank
Sir,
you all for
we had a
joining.
wonderful session with you, sir. And another one information we discussed 1 week before, I think, dictionary. So it's unnoticed kind of thing, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
actually, it's in a 3.6 version. It's like that.
I
After
think after
3.7,
3.6 they have changed.
yeah. So I also
That's why I was
googled.
also.
So, yeah. So if you are having any problem statement, you will give your level best to solve it in a shorter way or in any other way. So I'm actually very thankful for you, sir. So
No
because of
problem.
you, I also have learned so many techniques how to read the content from the file also directly. So if the input
Yes.
is very vast, it's very simple. That logic and all, it's very informative, short also, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for all of you who have joined. I really love to take this course, which were interactives, because previous one course I have taken, which there was nobody used to join, and I used to really feel very bored just to teach without any interaction. So I really, that's why this time I took the Python course, because it's directly not my subject, because I told you I'm a biologist, so it's directly not my subject. But still I love to teach Python because people here interact. And last one course also I have to taken a year back, Python course also with Professor Madhavan Mukund's course. That was also very interactive and I really
Is
enjoyed.
it
So thank you.
programming data structure, sir?
No, it was the basics of Python, not the other one. Data structure, it
Okay.
is very much advanced for me. Because I'm not a computer scientist, so it
Okay.
becomes
No,
very
sir, you
advanced
can
for me.
try. It seems you are also doing great job, sir.
No,
Even
it
computer
becomes.
people fail. No, you are also using so many shortcuts, everything, sir. Really wondering. Yeah.
See, Python is for, or any kind of
All.
programming language is for problem solving. So you have similar
Like it,
problems, whatever you have in computer science, with similar problem we have in biology. So for
yeah.
example, there's a big, so there is one small thing is taught in, I think, week 3 or something like that, that you change one base of a DNA and it's getting mutated. Now that was given like in 1-0 binary format. Now think of it in a DNA sequence format or a protein sequence format, where DNA you have 4 bases, or for protein you have 20 amino acids. Now think the complexity of the problem. If you have, say, I say a 1 kb gene, like 1 kilobase pair gene. So that means 1000 ATGCs, basically 1000 letters of ATGC. Now each of them is changing at some point of time, and you have to find it out that at which point it's changing, and based on that you have to find out that where it is, at what point it has changed. So think the complexity of the problem, and that has been solved by some guy, right? Some guy who is not a who is a also a programming guy, as well as some biologist, right? So there are several tools, alignment tools are also there.
So you
And
are doing PhD, sir?
yeah, I am doing
Under.
PhD, but
Okay.
so my PhD is partly in computational part, like computation part is
Okay.
less, but mostly experimental. And but
Okay.
computation is something I learned, as I told you, just by
So
interest.
IIT Madras,
No,
sir, where you are
no,
doing?
I am doing in IISc, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore.
Okay. Okay. Okay, sir. Yeah.
So yeah,
Thank you, sir.
so if you any need, so there are lots of people in the department who actually works on computational biology itself, who is do computation itself, and there are labs in the department which hire computer scientists to write this kind of, as I say to this, a kind of one of the complex things that you have thousands of organisms, you have thousands of genomes, and you have to basically just 1 KB is a small amount. I have told you have some gigabase pair genome, and you have to find out where some mutation has happened some million years ago, and you have to put that in a tree. So that's how the evolution has worked, because that's how people have found that we have came from apes, but ape not the other way. So yeah, there are still very active research are going on these things. In fact, in cancer biology, in proteomics, there are lots of things you actually the computer scientists can help a lot to the field, and they are actually helping. There are several. If you go to the NCBI, National Center of Biological Information, there you have all the genomes of all the organisms, including human. So those are maintaining those, doing some, finding some particular genes. You are like that is something that people do in NCBI, and they update their course. So that is another job opportunity there. And that's all. Look, that's okay. And so there was one more module that you can also, if you are interested in doing some biology with Python, you can check on the BioPython. I can post the link here. So they have a tutorials and all. They're very simple, and also I can posting the link also here. So here you can actually see that how actually Python can be used in simple Python can be used to solve many biological problems. And basically in this also I have used mainly string formatting, list, making graphs with matplotlib and those. Okay. So anyway, thank you all for joining. I really enjoyed the course. So all the best to all of you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.